Be me, 22, uni student. Average dude, nothing special. Mostly keep to myself, just study, gym sometimes, gaming at night. One rainy afternoon, heading to library. See her for the first time. Girl sitting at a desk with way too many books stacked around her. Looks completely focused, scribbling notes like her life depends on it. She notices me looking for a seat. Without a word, she pushes one of her books aside and gestures like, sit here. Mildly stunned. She's cute, like really cute. Soft smile, big eyes, hair tied back. Completely unbothered by the rain outside. We sit in silence for a while, just studying. At one point, I drop my pen. She picks it up before I even react, places it back with a little nod. Smallest thing, but my heart goes doki-doki.exe. My face when this random seat might have just changed my whole life. Next few days, keep running into her at the library. Pretty sure she lives there at this point. One evening, finally decide to stop being background NPC. Hey, you're always here too, huh? She looks up, surprised, then smiles. Yeah, exams don't pass themselves. We start talking in little bursts between studying. She's surprisingly easy to talk to. Tells me she's super focused on her degree. Never really had time for much else. Laughs at her own nerdy jokes, which makes me laugh too. We compare notes on a subject. She's way ahead of me. She offers to explain, does it patiently, like she actually cares if I get it. By the end, I'm not sure what I learned more about, the topic or the fact that she's kinda amazing. Pack up to leave, she gives me a small wave. See you tomorrow. Heart.exe has stopped working. Next week, we're practically study buddies. She always claims the same table, saves me a spot with her jacket. Feels weirdly nice, like she expects me to be there. We trade snacks during long sessions. She gives me her fancy chocolate. I give her my sad vending machine granola bar. She still thanks me like it's gourmet. She quizzes me before a test. I mess up half the answers, she doesn't get annoyed. Just patiently explains again, smiling the whole time. Sometimes we drift off topic. She tells me about her childhood, how she was always the serious one in the family. I joke that she's still serious. She actually laughs and nudges my arm. Never thought library study sessions could feel like dates. One rainy evening. Forgot my umbrella because I have smooth brain. Standing at library entrance like an idiot watching rain pour down. She shows up next to me, holding the tiniest umbrella known to man. You walking home? I nod. She just grabs my wrist and pulls me under her umbrella. We're basically shoulder to shoulder, pressed together because physics. I apologize like 10 times for making her share. She just smiles. Don't worry, it's kinda nice. By the time we reach my dorm, I'm more soaked from blushing than from the rain. She waves goodbye like nothing happened. Meanwhile, I'm inside screaming internally. My face when one small umbrella felt more romantic than any rom-com ever. Word gets around that I'm always with her at the library. Roommates start calling her my study wife. Deny.x. One day she and I are sitting together in the cafeteria. A couple of my friends walk by. One of them smirks. Oh, date night in the dining hall? I nearly choke on my food. She blushes, but then fires back. Yeah, he's paying for dessert later. They laugh and walk off, leaving me redder than ketchup. After they're gone, she grins and says, I saved you, you're welcome. Didn't feel like being saved, felt like a heart attack. My face when everyone seems to know we're into each other, before we admit it ourselves. Weekend rolls around. She texts me out of nowhere. Library's closed today. Want to still hang out? Brain.exe has stopped working. Say yes before overthinking it. We end up just walking around the city, no real plan. She points out little things she likes. Street art, cozy cafes, stray cats. I realize she's not just serious study girl. She notices beauty in random stuff. At some point, she slips her arm through mine casually, like it's the most normal thing. My brain is screaming, but I play it cool. We stop for hot chocolate at a tiny cafe, sit by the window. Rain starts again outside. She looks out and softly says, This is nice. Pretty sure my soul just left my body. Midweek library grind again. She leans over my notebook to check something I wrote. Hair brushes against my cheek. My brain short circuits. Instinctively, I shift my hand and it lands right over hers on the desk. Freeze.exe. She freezes too. Eyes flick down at our hands. Pull back instantly, mumbling sorry like I just committed a crime. She shakes her head quickly, cheeks pink. It's okay. Really. We both go back to studying, but neither of us reads a single word for the next 10 minutes. Air is so charged you could power a city with it. My face when one clumsy moment made me more nervous than any exam ever. She asks if I want to grab dinner after class, frames it super casually, like we both need food anyway. We end up at a small ramen place off campus. Tiny tables, warm light, smells amazing. We sit close, knees brushing under the table. Talk about random stuff, from professors we hate to childhood pets. She laughs so hard at one of my dumb stories, she nearly spills her drink. Realize I've never seen her this relaxed before. Bill comes, I reach for my wallet, she snatches it out of my hands. Nope, I invited you, my treat. Not sure if this is still just dinner or if we crossed into date territory. On the walk back, she lingers at the dorm steps, almost like she doesn't want the night to end. We should do this again, she says softly. Heart.exe overheating. Cold day, I bring my old wool scarf to campus, take it off and toss it on the chair when we sit down to study. Step away for a second to grab coffee. Come back quietly. She doesn't notice me right away. She's holding my scarf, presses it to her face for just a second. Eyes closed, little smile like she's comforted by it. My brain.exe has stopped functioning. She notices me standing there, freezes like a deer in headlights. Scarf drops back onto the desk instantly. I was just... It smelled like winter. No, I mean... Her cheeks brighter than a stop sign. I can't help but smile, just say softly, "It's okay, that was kinda cute." She hides her face in her hands, groaning. But I swear I see her smiling behind them. My face when the girl I like secretly likes my scent and I caught her in 4K. Next day she shows up acting a little shy. Keeps avoiding eye contact like I'm gonna tease her about the scarf thing. I finally break the silence. So, should I start wearing that scarf more often? She groans, hides her face in her notebook. You're never letting this go, are you? I laugh, but then add quietly, I really didn't mind. Honestly, it was kinda sweet. She peeks up, cheeks still pink, but smiles a little. I like being around you. Even when you're not around, it feels like you are. My heart.exe explodes. We sit in silence for a bit, both pretending to study. Her hand drifts closer to mine on the table until our fingers brush. This time, neither of us pulls away. Couple weeks later, I bomb a presentation in class. Prof tears me apart in front of everyone. Walk out feeling like trash, questioning all my life choices. Text her, can't study today, not in the mood. 10 minutes later, there's a knock on my door. It's her, holding a bag with snacks and hot tea. Doesn't even ask, just walks in and sits with me. Tell me everything, she says. I rant for like 20 minutes straight, fully expecting her to get bored. She listens the whole time, nodding, occasionally making a face like, that prof sucks. Then she looks at me seriously. You're allowed to have bad days. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. You just keep going. It's such a simple thing, but hits harder than anything else. Never had someone believe in me like that. In that moment, I realize she's not just sweet and cute. She's strong as hell, and I want her around forever. One evening after a long day of classes, we decide to take a break from studying. She comes over to my dorm with a couple of movies and some snacks. We end up watching a cheesy rom-com on my laptop, sitting way too close on my tiny bed. Halfway through the movie, she leans her head against my shoulder. I freeze for a second, then relax, trying not to overthink. Movie ends, but neither of us moves. Quiet fills the room, except for the sound of rain outside. I turn my head to say something. She's already looking up at me. Time slows down, cliché as hell. Next thing I know, we're kissing. Soft, careful, but real. Pull back and she's blushing, but smiling. Guess that was overdue, she whispers. My face when the girl who once just shared her umbrella now just shared her first kiss with me. Days after that kiss, things feel different. No more pretending we're just study buddies. She starts holding my hand when we walk across campus. My friends see it once and immediately lose their minds. Called it. She laughs when they tease me, squeezes my hand tighter. We sit together in lectures now, not just in the library. She introduces me to her circle. This is my boyfriend. Almost choke on my drink when she says it so casually, but it feels right. She's glowing. I'm buzzing. Everyone else is like, finally. My face when the quiet, overworked library girl is now my girlfriend. Winter comes around again. I dig out the same wool scarf. She spots it instantly, smirks like a villain. Careful, don't let me near that thing. Might steal it. I play along, drape it dramatically over her shoulders. Guess it's yours now. She buries her face in it for a second just to tease me. Muffled voice. Still smells like you. I pretend to be shocked. She bursts out laughing. From then on, it's our running joke. Every time she takes my hoodie or jacket, she'll sniff it first, just to mess with me. I act annoyed, but secretly think it's the cutest thing ever. My face when a scarf turned into an inside joke in weird love language. Years roll by faster than I thought they would. We graduate, both land jobs, still side by side through it all. One evening, I finally propose. Nothing flashy, just us, a quiet dinner, and a ring. She cries, nods, laughs, kisses me like I just handed her the world. Months later, it's our wedding day. Not some giant fairy tale spectacle, just close family and friends in a cozy hall. She walks down the aisle, and for a second, I forget to breathe. Everyone else fades out. It's just her and that smile that wrecked me since day one. We say our vows, simple, honest, from the heart. I promise to always steal your hoodies, she adds at the end, making everyone laugh. We kiss, applause erupts. My face hurts from smiling so hard. My face when the girl who once shared an umbrella with me is now sharing a last name. Fast forward a couple years. We're married, settled into a small but cozy apartment. One morning, she hands me a tiny plastic stick with a plus sign on it. Brain.exe stops working. 9 months later, I'm holding the smallest human I've ever seen in my arms. Our son. I look at her. Tired, messy hair, but glowing in a way I've never seen. She whispers, "We did it," and I just about cry right there. Life flips upside down overnight. No more late-night movies, no more sleeping in, but there's laughter, baby giggles, us stumbling through it together. Watch her rocking our son to sleep, humming softly. My face when the girl who used to hide behind a scarf now looks like the strongest woman I know. Fast forward again. Turns out we didn't stop at one kid. We've got 3 now. House is pure chaos. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Toys everywhere. Someone always crying, someone else always laughing. Dinner feels like running a small restaurant with 0 staff. She somehow manages it all with insane patience and love. I help as much as I can, but she's the commander of this little army. Sometimes we collapse on the couch after putting them to bed, look at each other, and just laugh at how insane and beautiful our life is. Neighbors probably think we're drowning in madness, but to us, it feels like home. My face when the library girl became mom of 3, and still the love of my life. Late evening, kids finally asleep. She's curled up next to me on the couch, wearing my old hoodie. She buries her face in the sleeve and mumbles, "Still smells like you." Flashbacks hit of that first time she got caught with my scarf. Back then she blushed like crazy, now she just says it proudly. Truth is, I'm the same. I love her scent too. Warm, comforting, feels like home. Funny how something so simple became our thing. People chase fancy romances, movie moments, dramatic gestures. Me? I got a girl who once stole my scarf, married me, gave me 3 kids, and still blushes when I kiss her. Sometimes I think back to the library, to that rainy day with the tiny umbrella. Never thought it would lead here. My face when study buddy turned into forever.